Excuse me, can I help you? Are you looking for Prior Mabel? I think he's sleeping, but it must be important.
I'm Brother Joffrey. What do you want? Emperor Uriel? Do you know something about his death? You'd better explain yourself. Now. You brought me the Amulet of Kings? By the Nine! This is the Amulet of Kings. Who are you? How did you get this? What do you know of the Emperor's death? As unlikely as your story sounds, I believe you. Only the strange destiny of Uriel Septim could have brought you to me carrying the Amulet of Kings. His meaning is unclear to me as well. The Emperor seemed to perceive some threat from the demonic world of Oblivion. The Prince of Destruction, Mehrunes Dagon, is one of the Lords of Oblivion. But the mortal world is protected from the Daedra of Oblivion by magical barriers. I'm not sure. Only the Emperors truly understand the meaning behind the rituals of coronation. The Amulet of Kings is ancient. Saint Alicia herself received it from the gods. It is a holy relic of great power. When an emperor is crowned, he uses the amulet to light the dragon fires at the Temple of the One in the Imperial City. With the emperor dead and no new heir crowned, the dragon fires in the temple will be dark, for the first time in centuries. It may be that the dragonfires protected us from a threat that only the Emperor was aware of. I am one of the few who know of his existence. Many years ago I served as captain of Uriel's bodyguards, the Blades. One night Uriel called me into his private chambers. A baby boy lay sleeping in a basket. Uriel told me to deliver him somewhere safe. He never told me anything else about the baby, but I knew it was his son. From time to time he would ask about the child's progress. Now it seems that this illegitimate son is the heir to the Septim throne, if he yet lives. His name is Martin. He serves Akatosh in the chapel in the city of Kvatch, south of here. You must go to Kvatch and find him at once. If the enemy is aware of his existence, as seems likely, he is in terrible danger. And please, let me know if there's anything you need. My resources here are limited, but I will help in any way I can. Yes, Boris told you right. I am the Grand Master of the Blades. We serve the Emperor and the Septim bloodline. Talos is our patron. You wonder to find me here? Discretion is our watchword. Only a few of us have the honor to serve publicly in the Imperial Guard. It will be safest here with me. When you return with Martin, we will figure out our next move. I keep a few things here in my chest to resupply traveling blades. Help yourself to whatever you need. Your first priority now... The Daedra Prince of Destruction, an inveterate foe of all mortal races. He was involved with Jagar Tharn's plot against the Empire years ago. It doesn't surprise me to find his hand in the current calamity. Waste no time. You must find Martin. Your first priority. The coronation of each new emperor is sealed when he uses the Amulet of Kings to light the dragon fires in the Temple of the One. The dragon fires of Akatosh remain lit until the death of the emperor. His successor then lights them anew upon ascending to the throne. With Emperor Uriel dead and no successor crowned, the Temple of the One will be dark for the first time in centuries. May Talos guide you.
Hi there. Go ahead, please.
Things go from bad to worse nowadays. Priests murdered on the chapel altar. Oh, what next?
Here, perhaps you will find this useful. One of the books I saved from my Blades training. You go into danger. Joffrey didn't tell us any more than that, but know that our prayers go with you. Oh, yes, he'll be in the Priory House somewhere. The Blades are... I myself was training as a Blade.
Bye.
What kind of deal can I make? Blasted thief. I hope they string him up when they catch him. He's a slippery one, though. The beggars are his eyes and ears. May I interest you in some of my fine wares? A fine transaction. You drive a... You've made a... You've made a... You... That's more than I... And... A fine transaction. A fine transaction. That's a good deal. Thank you. Come. I have the best prices in town. Why? I'm smart, and you're smart. We know the right people. We get the best deals. Arthrolos is a sneaky one. Kind of makes you wonder what he's up to. Goodbye. Please, come again.
Antus Vannon, retired. Sleep late and read trashy books. I don't keep up with the Mages Guild affairs anymore. Goodbye. The best defense. That's me, Morrow Rufus. Light armor. The very best.
Can I interest you in some of my wares?
Aye.
I'm Vernado. I handle the heavy armor. You too.
speak.
What is it now?
They say that when you murder someone,
Say, you look like someone that could help us out. Having a bit of trouble with another merchant in town who goes by the name of Thorn. May I interest you in some of my fine wares? A good price. You... That's a good deal. A fine... That's a... That's... That's a good deal. That's... That seems a fair price. Thank you for... He is dirty. Plain and simple. I don't trust him at all. Won't even come to the merchant meetings, and sets his prices so low. He undercuts everyone. If you want to give me a hand, go speak with Jensine at her good-as-new merchandise store. She can clue you in and maybe offer some coin. It's a beautiful city, but stay away from the waterfront. It's not dangerous, but it's dirty, and the beggars are a nuisance. Good day. Tertullian, Sergius, and Cicero, the three Verus brothers. Have a look around. You won't find better prices in all Tamriel. Be seen. There's no problem. He's just a thief. What do you look? Merchants in the market, king and queen in Elven Gardens, the Tiber Septim in Talos Plaza, and all. There's also the bloated float on the waterfront, but... Carry on.
I'm the warehouse watchman. You too.
hi!
It's you. Hi.
Yes.
How are you?
What can... Well met. Welcome to the bloated float. She's the finest in... There's a room, all right, and a fine room it is. A wise... The room is down below deck. It's the door on the left. Have a look around. You won't find better... Farewell.
Hey, who in Oblivion are you? You don't look like one of the Blackwater brigands. What? I was told there are only 2 others on board. I locked the bouncer in the storage room, and she has the owner. So that leaves... Now I'll ask a... There's no one else in our group except the 4 of us. The Blackwater Brigands don't just take on new members. When we formed the Brigands 3 months ago, I was told no more than a 4-way split on all the profits. So stop telling lies. Then perhaps my sword... Ah! Yeah. Ah. Ah. Yeah. Ooh. Ah. 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 Oh. About time, someone. Thank you for freeing me. I'm Grumman Gromarad, the bloated float's bouncer and helmsman. I've been locked in that store. I don't know exactly what's going on, but not long ago, a gang of thieves calling themselves the Blackwater Brigands stormed the ship. If you can get me safely to the top deck, I can steer the float home. But I'm not... I'm used to dealing with drunken louts, not a gang of... Good luck. You'll need it. Nice work. What are you doing up here? They find the Golden Galleon? Orders? Celine didn't tell me about this, and I don't remember her taking on someone else. When did all this happen? Damn that woman. She promised a 4-part split when we recovered the Golden Galleon. She never said anything about splitting at 5. She said when we got back to the safe house in Breville, we would divide the loot after she fenced the damn thing. Well, since they're out of the way, if I kill you... Die! Ah! 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 Hoo! Ah! Ah! Whoa! Ah! Ah! Die, Kerbo! Top deck. Sounds like the coast is clear, so I'll make my way up to the ship's wheel. But I'm not moving this hulk an inch. I thought I heard an Imperial woman's voice while I was blindfolded. Other than that, I don't know much more about... Be cautious. Their leader sounds dangerous.
How'd you get in here? Ha! Those will be the last. How'd you get in here? Roth? I told him to guard the wheel and not talk to anybody. We made a solemn pact not to let anyone else join the gang. I can remember it clear. Wrong, fool. I've grown tired of this guessing game. I've... Get in here. Roth? What? Can no one in this gang keep things secret? I suppose you think you know why you've taken over the bloated float as well. How did you know about that? No matter. Once I've taken care of you, no one... Again, you have surprised me with your knowledge of our operation. I suspect Lynch didn't check all the inn rooms before we departed. You must have been hiding down there and made your way up here. How did you get past Minx, Roth, and Lynch? Impossible. You defeated the three of them alone? I'm humbled by your skill, and fear that assaulting you would lead to my own quick demise. Please accept my surrender. Here's my blade. Please, no treasure is worth my life. The bloated float is yours. I've already surrendered.
Thank goodness you arrived when you did. I feared that I'd be... If you get Selena safely locked up, I can tell you all I know. I won't feel safe until you do that.
I've already surrendered.
Thank goodness you... Now that she's surrendered, please escort her to the last room on the inn deck. We'll lock her in there until we are... Now that Celine is locked up safely below, I think we can all breathe a little. Well, I'm afraid all of this was my fault. They hijacked the bloated float because of me. Business has been waning of late, so I invented a story. I fashioned a tale about a golden galleon that the previous owner hid within this very vessel. It was to be a statuette made completely of gold. At the time, the idea was quite clever, I thought. I figured the lore would draw more curiosity seekers and adventurers looking for the treasure. What could the harm be if while they were here, they bought a drink or two? My business has increased quite a bit since I leaked the story. Well, obviously, I was mistaken. It was a terrible idea. I'm just glad that no innocents were hurt. I wouldn't want to have their blood on my hands. Anyway, sorry to ramble. You better get below now and rest until we arrive safely. I'm glad that you were on board to help. Celine no longer holds the bloated float. Once we get to the Imperial City... Please...
Thanks again for helping us.
You're awake. Good. I didn't want to disturb you. I suppose you're... The authorities at the Imperial City took her off the ship as soon as we docked. I was also informed that there was a reward. Here you go. Don't spend it all in one place. Unless it's here, of course. Farewell, my friend.